How's it going, chaps? I've just been taking a look at this amp tweaker pedal. This is not a real demo of this. This has been out for like a decade or more, maybe about 12 years. It doesn't need a demo from me, but it's a really well thought out pedal. Very, very over-engineered enclosure. I like that. Incredibly solid. Very good potentiometers and all that kind of stuff. They feel solid when you turn them. So I've got a couple of examples for you. I'm not going to go through all of the features, but there are a lot of features on here. The standout feature is obviously the tight control, which allows guys to dial it in for how tight they like it. And it's also got a smooth control, so you can dial in how tight and smooth you want it. And then I suppose the opposite of that would be if you want it loose with more hair on it, you know, whatever your preference might be. There's also things like thrash and chomp, which sound gloriously aggressive and are probably useful to somebody. Now I'm going to start with some low gain transparent boost sounds. No, I'm not about that life. I used it in full gain for the entirety of my intro jam, so it was full gain on the gain knob, full gain on the boost, full volume on the boost, and I was in the high gain mode because, you know, I know which team I'm batting for. So yeah, let me show you a quick metal example, or as close to it as I'm going to be able to get. Then I'll play you a little bit of slide in isolation so you can hear that. And then I've got one example of something that I wasn't too fussed with, I didn't like, but I'll show you that in just a second. So the one thing I didn't like was the way that this pedal cleaned up. When you back it off on the volume, it was a little bit unnatural, a bit plasticky, the same sort of way that a metal zone or something would clean up. It wasn't like an organic amp backing off. It's a little unnatural, particularly when you use the gate. Now, I can totally see why you would use the gate, particularly if you go real high gain with it. But with it, the decay is completely unnatural, and I've tried to give you an example of this here. If you turn the gate off, it will completely negate that effect. Yeah, with it on, as the note drops off, it kind of glitches out on you. Anyway, cool pedal. I realize that I haven't played metal through it, but yeah, I think it's still a bit of fun just trying these things. I really like the sound I got. It recorded really well. Would I use it on a gig? Probably not, because it didn't clean up in the way that I would need it to do. I control everything with the volume on the guitar. I mean, I just set everything to lead, and then I back it off for my rhythm. And it wouldn't have quite done it for me in a live gig situation, but on a recording, hell yeah, this is killer. And if you're a metal guy, I can totally see that this would get you into that ballpark in a rush, almost regardless of the amp. By the way, I nearly ran this through my DV Mark. I was torn which amp I was going to choose. I ended up going for my Marshall SV20, but I got a DV Mark GH250 down here, which is a little solid state jobby. But this sounded just as good into either one of them, which is unusual. Most pedals gravitate to one or the other, and I just choose which one I'm going to use for the demo. But yeah, either amp would have been just fine with this pedal. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Later.